Hi, my name is Gilbert Ramirez, or Gil. I'm a filmmaker turned software engineer, and I wanted to tell you my story of how I got here. Yeah, so I graduated from film school a while ago, and I went to work in the industry here back in Los Angeles, and I enjoyed it thoroughly to a degree. I worked long hours on sets, maybe like 16-hour days on set. I worked on TV pilots and movies, indie films, and it was fun being part of the energy and chaos of it all. Like, this is what I wanted to do, this is what I studied for. I was a production assistant, so it wasn't really hands-on on the camera or writing, or so I was just part of the crew, and I knew you had to kind of put your time in, but I was also getting burnt out. It was not the thing I could see myself doing for a long time. I knew that there wasn't really a ladder in film, and like, you have to do it through connections. So if someone liked working with you on one set, they would recommend you on the next set, and that's mostly how it really worked, at least from the people that were experienced had told me. I'm not sure if I gave it my all at the film thing. I know that I was running low on time and buffer. I needed to pay back my student debt. I wasn't making any money. It was all under the table, very unprofessional. I don't think I have all the credits now, even today, for IMDb, because some of them just because I basically worked for free, and they did pay me in the experience and exposure. It was just like, sometimes they give me like some money for gas, and that's really it for the whole week's worth of work. And it was a bit humiliating. I don't think that I could have done it much longer. I did apply for some more steadier jobs at like production companies, but I didn't get any offers, and I needed something else. And so I took a break to Yellowstone National Park. I worked at the Old Faithful Lodge, and there I was a housekeeper. So I like made the beds, I cleaned the toilets for all the guests. It wasn't the best job, but it was a great job to have the Yellowstone as your backyard and work with a bunch of other people who loved nature. And so we did a lot of hiking. I did some backpacking myself, and then when I come back and tell people like, hey, I went down to the Yellowstone River and it was a lot of fun, people are like, whoa, like, why didn't you invite us? I was like, you do have to like backpack and bring all your stuff, and people were still interested, and so we rented equipment for them, and I led them through bear country. I brought bear spray and bear bells. They don't all work, but I knew how to tie bear bags as well. And so I did these excursions and led them through bear country. We started fires, campfires, and had a lot of fun and enjoying nature in the night. It's super rewarding to sit down after a long, full day hike and cooking something up for everyone. And it built a bit of confidence in me. I knew that I'd be okay in anything I do. And I just needed this time to reflect back on all the things that I've done. This was a good way to rejuvenate the soul. So I came back and I needed to make moves. I knew that I liked video games. I loved these narrative games like Firewatch and Gone Home that like just explored the medium by just like being like walking simulators and like telling stories, immersing the users and players within the world and interacting with it. I had also been into VR as a new medium, and there I wanted to start writing VR movie scripts. I thought like, what would it look like to do a found footage film in 360 and give them 6 degrees of freedom and interact with the world. That seemed super fun, and so I started writing these scripts, and I knew that my angle was that like I can actually tell these stories because the production quality and the costs can be lower, but I still didn't know how to code, and I couldn't afford a coder. So I learned C#, started learning C#. I liked it. I liked the pace I was learning, but I wanted to accelerate it. So I took a coding boot camp, and there I learned web development, so not entirely C Sharp, but the TypeScript, which is kind of close enough. If I can try to convince myself, and I loved learning it. It's very video game like. I was always a good student and had good grades, and so once I finished, I got a job, and I knew I didn't want to lose this, so I reinvested pretty dramatically. I took more workshops. I read more books on engineering. I took another boot camp on XR development, and yeah, I was doubling down on this thing that had given so much to me. And I knew I had read books like Cal Newport's Deep Work and So Good That They Can't Ignore You. And this was me reliving it and getting familiar with my own career capital and learning that the passion that I thought I had for filmmaking was and its career path wasn't the path for me. And this is me sort of coming back to it in a sense. I want to continue and practice this art no matter the reach I get. And this is me giving back to that creative soul of mine and wanting to make sure that that's fulfilled. And I don't leave a stone unturned. I'm going to be building things like a portfolio of bets. This YouTube channel is one of them. I want to help people see that there's not only just one path in this, and that even the future of engineering will not look the same in a year or two with agentic engineering. I'm still going to be investing time in learning that, but that won't be the channel's only focus. I have other things I'm interested in, and I'll be exploring that, so please subscribe. Thanks.